So in this video, I want to share with you how YouTube saved my life almost 15 years ago, and how if it wasn't for one video that I uploaded, I never would be where I am today. Let's take a little walk. So it goes back to, like I said, about 15 years ago now. And just to kind of give you a little bit of the backstory, my wife and I, we started a photography business after I was working for my father. I should also probably back up a little bit and give you a little bit more of the backstory on myself. I barely graduated high school. Terrible student, not a bad kid, just a really bad test taker, and just didn't really love school. I'm a visual learner. I wasn't a book guy. So yeah, it was hard for me, but never went to college. Didn't really have that opportunity. My father was raised in a farming family. He was blue collar. Nothing wrong with blue collar. I was blue collar, still am blue collar, I feel. He really just said, okay, what trade are you gonna do? So I got into construction. And then from there, I ended up starting a business with my wife in photography. And we started a photography business and we were doing that full time. But that's not where the big change happened. YouTube started to become a thing. And I decided to upload a video sharing my story as far as how my wife and I started without having any formal education on photography or in photography. Read a lot of books, did a lot of testing. And this is back when film-based cameras were a thing. It wasn't digital. So from there, I uploaded my first video and really didn't really know what I was going to do with it, other than I was probably just going to try to build an audience, but I didn't know what I was really doing at the time. Now, of course, looking back, I was like, wow, that's pretty amazing, because, you know, if you can build an audience, you can pretty much write your own ticket. So anyway, so I uploaded that video, and all it was me explaining my story about my wife and I and how we started that business. And I built that channel up to about 1,000 subscribers. And I built an email list, which is another important thing that a lot of people don't do today, and they should, is, you know, you start building an email list, because if you do, then you have a way to communicate with these people, even if YouTube shuts your account down or shuts your channel down. But I uploaded that video, and within about 6 months, I started to learn a little bit about marketing. I started to learn, you know, about business, online business. And there was a guy by the name of Jeff Walker, and he was the product launch guy. So I bought his course, and at the time it was a $2,000 course, which back then I didn't have $2,000. I threw it on a credit card and prayed. And that was another decision that was probably one of the best things I ever did, because it taught me about marketing. It taught me about how to market, but also how to do it in a really ethical way. And so I went ahead and built up this audience, like I said, of about 1,000 YouTube subscribers, and probably, I'd say at the time, had about maybe 800 people on our email list. Now, that email list, that's another critical piece. We'll talk a little bit more on that here a little bit later, but what I basically did was, because I uploaded that video, I then continued to upload some videos helping people. The only thing I was trying to do was help people. That's all I was trying to do. And people started to know, like, and trust me. And from there, following Jeff Walker's advice, I launched a little course for $147. And that course ended up producing, when I did my first product launch, around $12,500. And get this, in 3 days. Now, from that day forward, it really did change the way I felt, because I now said, okay, if I did this once, can I do it again? Self-doubt creeped in, and I was like, I don't know if I can do it again. Well, I did it again. And that next launch did about $20,000. Holy crap. So if I never uploaded that video to YouTube, I never would have had that success. And I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now, 15 years later. And I've built multiple businesses since then. And get this, never went to college. I know, crazy. Now, does that mean that I got it all figured out? Absolutely not. I still struggle at times, but I think everyone should struggle because that helps you grow. But because I actually did that and uploaded that first video, that big change, that big shift, it saved me. Because I thought I was going to be either working for someone else or I was going to be working for myself and not having the flexibility and all of the things that comes with running an online business. And well, like I said, it changed everything. And so when I say you can do it, I mean you can do it. And I really, really believe that there is no one out there that can't do it. And just excuse me for a minute. I'm gonna walk into the pool yard right now, and I'm gonna take a seat right now, and we'll finish this conversation. So let me go ahead and twist this thing around, and I'm going to set it down, and hopefully this thing doesn't get a little crazy here. I'm using my new Osmo, and I did a video on this. If you guys want to check that out, I'll link that up. I'm just getting it situated here. All right, let me go ahead and move my chair, and hopefully I don't fall into the pool. And we'll go ahead and straighten that out. There we go. That's better. All right, so the moral of the story is that if I never uploaded that video, I never would have saw the power of YouTube. If I would have listened to my inner thoughts, I wouldn't have done it, because I would have said, Scott, you're not educated. You didn't go to college. Everyone that's successful goes to college. Not true, but I was telling myself that. All I can really say is, in the big, big lesson that I learned that I want to really convey to you after all these years, and again, running multiple businesses, doing multiple 7 figures online, supporting my family for the last 15 years, all through online business. The one thing that I can say is it doesn't matter the size of your audience. It really doesn't. If you have 1,000 true fans, and there's an article out there that was written, it was a blog post years ago that someone said, if you can build an audience of 1,000 true fans, you'll be set for life, and I believe that. So when you see these big channels, millions of subscribers, or millions of email addresses, where you got to have the biggest list, you don't. Okay. What I'm saying is you just have to understand that if you build an audience of the right people, and you truly invest in that relationship, just like you would a regular relationship, like it's an online relationship, but it's a relationship. And if you do that, you are going to build so much goodwill with these people, and you won't even have to sell them. Like I said, going back to that first launch, I literally sent out a handful of emails saying, hey, I've got this thing for sale. If you want it, cool. If you don't, no big deal. And people had so much trust in me that they bought it. And I did $12,000, $12,500 to be exact, in 3 days. It was mind-blowing. But again, I'll reiterate what I said before. As soon as that was over, I was excited and I was jumping for joy. But then I was like, was it luck? Can I do it again? And then I did it again, and the next one was like $20,000. And then from there on, through the rest of the years, everything hasn't been perfect, don't get me wrong, but everything always comes back to the audience. Can we serve the audience, and can we help these people? Just like I'm trying to do with you right now. So like you right now, like I'm not monetizing this channel as of yet. Well, I take that back. If you go through our affiliate links inside of the description right now, we have some Amazon products. Like we have the Osmo that I'm shooting this on right here. I have this DJI lav mic that's there. I have a tool that we use, StreamYard, for live streaming. And I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but it's starting to rain. I got rain in the pool right now, and it's raining out, but very lightly. I'm gonna stick it out. I'm gonna stick through this. But yeah, it's really just about the audience. And like I said, this channel isn't even monetized. I don't have a course to sell you right now. I may in the future, but I don't right now. Right now, my goal is to show up here and serve you with content that can help you. And that's it. Because I know if I do that, I've done it before. I know if I do that, There's going to be some of you, not all of you, that are going to be like, you know what, that Scott, his son Scotty, they're a pretty cool team. I want to support them. Those guys are pretty cool. Let's go ahead and invest in one of their programs, or let's invest in, I don't know, one of the tools that they're promoting or whatever, right? But right now, that's not the focus. Right now, we're in phase one. Phase one is building the audience. And like I said, going all the way back to 15 years ago, I showed up really clueless. And I think that probably was a good thing, because I wasn't trying to chase money. I was just like, let me go out, let me see if anybody would even listen to me. And oh my gosh, people did. And the rest is history. And it really just opened my eyes to building the audience first. Don't worry about all of the other stuff that can come afterwards. Build the audience first, and know that you're not going to be good at first. You're going to get better, right? Every upload, you're going to get better. And it doesn't have to be fancy, just like I did right here. I took you on a walk, and then I've settled here, and now it's raining outside. It's friggin' raining outside, and I'm out here doing a video for you guys because I want to get this out to you guys. So the message is this: build the audience, believe in yourself. You don't have to be anything, up here as far as like educated. It doesn't matter if you say ums and ahs. It doesn't matter if you say words or pronounce words wrong. I do all the time, and people call me out on it a lot too, but that's okay. The people that are your true fans, they don't care. The people that are critical, not really your fans. So it's okay. But I just wanted to put this video out here because I really feel like if people understood the power of building an audience and then leveraging YouTube to do it, it can really, really change your life. And for me, I say it saved my life, because I could have been just stuck and compromised for what I was supposed to be like, or to be that contractor that I was supposed to be for all those years, or I was supposed to run my own little small photography studio for the rest of my life, which was great, but it didn't allow me to free up my time and to have a flexible schedule and all of the things that I wanted to do, so I could watch my kids grow and I didn't have to be locked into an appointment. That's the beauty of the online space. So hopefully this has helped you. If you want to hear a little bit more about that story where I built the audience to 1,000 subscribers and I turned it into $12,500, I did do another video, and you can watch it right here. I'll put it up on the screen if you want to, and it'll go a little bit deeper into that story. All right, so I got to get inside before I get soaked here. The camera isn't getting too wet, but I wanted to say thank you, and I'm rooting for you. Take care.